What's up, guys? This is Carly here bringing you day 23 of my 31 days of horror, and today I'm going to be talking about a movie that's in this little multi-pack here, and that is Malibu Shark Attack from the year 2009. The only reason I really picked up this collection is because I was at Walmart and JP said like this one has the three Shark Attack movies on it, and I guess those, you can't really find those anywhere else besides in sets like these, and he said they're actually not that bad, but you also get other movies in this such as Toxic Shark, Shark in Venice, Shark Man, Shark Zone, and Malibu Shark Attack. So obviously Malibu Shark Attack starts with an M, and that's what I went with here, but yeah, otherwise shark movies really aren't usually something that I run after, but he kind of convinced me to grab this little pack here. But to get into the movie, the plot is you have this group of people on the beach, and all of a sudden this tsunami hits really hard, and everyone starts to, evacuate the beach before it hits, and this small group kind of gets stuck there together, and they end up like inside, I believe it's the lifeguard shack or whatever you want to call that. I forget what the actual name is for it, but they end up kind of trapped inside there, and these rare sharks, I believe they're called ghost sharks, goblin sharks, monstrous goblin sharks that are supposedly extinct. They are what's causing all the trouble in this movie. They are attacking people, so not only are they stuck in this thing because of the tsunami, but they have these sharks coming after them, and they are trying to survive and get out of that situation. So that's the plot. Movie has a very, paper thin type of plot to it. It's kind of like the contained horror type of deal that people talk about nowadays, and I do like that setting. I don't think it's a bad setting, but in this movie it's like you've seen it a million times, and this is kind of a lower quality TV film, so it's like it doesn't really have much going for it. I will say, like, the way the movie is shot pretty well, and the acting is actually decent with the exception of like one really annoying character. The dialogue in the movie, of course, is cheesy and not very good, but the way it's acted isn't too over the top or bad, honestly, which is kind of what I was expecting, so I was surprised by that. The acting in this film was not too bad, and it is shot like an actual movie. There's no real issues with audio or just the look of it. It does look like an actual film. Like I said, it is a TV movie from 2009. I believe it had a $3 million budget, so it's not the worst low budget thing in the world like some of these shark movies that you find in these multi-packs nowadays, but there are just a lot of annoying moments in it. Like I said, there's this one girl who is definitely overacting, and she's just kind of the signature dumb blonde girl in the group, and she gets this injury on her leg that is just pretty much a cut, and she gets these stitches, and she's pretty much just being super over dramatic the entire time. Like, she got this fatal wound, and it's supposed to be the trope where one of the people is injured and they can't move or get around that well, and her injury is really small, but she's very over dramatic about the whole movie. That's kind of one of my biggest complaints, was she was super annoying. Another thing, the sharks, of course, they're CG, and there are some moments at the beginning where I thought, okay, it doesn't look too bad. You don't really see much of anything to see how bad it is, but as the movie progresses and you kind of see them trying to attack the building that they're in, underneath, you see that it does look pretty bad. It looks kind of comical, so that's obviously not that good. Also, when the tsunami hits, the tsunami that's coming, the giant wave that's kind of building up, that part's also pretty poorly done, because you have characters will be looking out to see how far away it is, and it'll just be like billowing up, but then when it shows another shot from where it's not focusing on the ocean, it looks like there's nothing going on in the ocean, and then when they look back out, it's like it's still coming, but it's in the same location. So again, that comes off as kind of comical and not that well done, but overall the movie is a movie, at least. Like I said, there's no real issues with the general make of the film. It's shot in this pretty decent, nice, pretty beach location, and it does have it does use the plot that I do like, where people are kind of stuck in an area and trying to figure out how to get out of it, but I feel like it doesn't really do anything unique with that. And like I said, you have that one main character who's being a little over dramatic, and in general the dialogue by all the other characters comes off as a bit cheesy and just not that smartly written dialogue at all. It's just very cookie cutter and basic, and it doesn't leave you caring about the characters too much. So not the worst shark movie in the world. I guess I know there's like a cult of people out there who really enjoy bad shark films. Kind of like, you know, with me, like I don't mind slashers when they're bad. I can enjoy a bad slasher and a good one just as much, usually, as long as it's not too bad. There are people like that with movies like shark movies or disaster movies or killer animal movies in general. So I feel like those people would enjoy this film, especially since I know there's a lot of way worse shark movies out there. So I guess I could kind of recommend it to those people. Otherwise, I would say just go ahead and skip it. I do give it a 5 out of 10. I wasn't too sure what to rate it, but I feel like it's just average. I was going to give it like a 6, but the more I watched it and the more I thought, I think it's just kind of your average shark movie. It's not awful, but it's also not something memorable or something I would ever really run back and want to watch again. It's not overly fun either. I know a lot of these movies come off as at least a little bit fun. I didn't really have a great time watching it. It just is what it is. Something I probably won't watch again, but 5 out of 10 for Malibu Shark Attack. So thank you guys once again for joining me here for day 23, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 24.